I'm here with Rico Love. You're about to be plugged. Turn the lights on. My first question is, I'm gonna just jump right out the gate with it. What's the biggest misconception that people have of Rico Love?
I think overall, generally, it's just as an artist, I think people don't want to accept the full realm of who I am as an artist. People consider me an R&B artist, and it's because I sing, I guess. So, but I don't consider myself to be an R&B. I think the misperception is that I'm just this R&B crooner, you know, and I just consider myself to be an artist. You know, sometimes I rhyme, sometimes I sing. I just do whatever I feel like the music calls for. So.
Do you think that that'll lose some people because you're doing so much that they're not going to fully understand?
Yeah, I don't think you kind of, when people see you as just R&B, it's difficult for you to capture certain listeners, because some guys just don't like R&B music. Some people just don't get, they just gotta be a certain way. And I feel like my music speaks a different language. It's not the cliche, baby, I love you, let me rub you down songs, you know what I mean? It's definitely content, and it's definitely a reason and a passion behind even the I'm Sorry records. There's a deeper story and a deeper meaning behind those records. And a lot of times, especially in the urban culture, people ignore those things and they just look at the fact that he's singing.
Because R&B and hip hop has clashed, maybe that's where the confusion comes in. Do you feel that R&B is missing right now, like real I'm Sorry R&B?
Yeah, guys who are singing, they're not singing R&B songs. Yeah. They singing, you know, girl, give me that, pop that, twerk it, da da da, but, and I don't do that. You know what I mean? I just think, you know, even the guys who are singing traditional R&B, if you sound like your record is from 1996, you can't be mad at people for saying, oh, we don't rock with that. That's old, that's dated. So I think what The Weeknd is doing is dope R&B. I think what Party Next Door does is dope. It's a fusion, but I think he's doing what I think a new wave, a new age. Okay. I don't consider myself to be anything like those two guys that I named, but I respect what they do as artistry, and I think that that's what R&B is sounding like nowadays. And I think Trey Songz walks a thin line, yeah. And you know, Chris Brown does his thing, you know, very well. But I think that people are so caught up in trying to be, you know, something instead of just being themselves and making dope music. So, yeah, I don't really kind of judge us with R&B is this, R&B is that. It should be just music. Make dope ass songs. If you make a dope record and people vibing with it, then that's what it should be about.
Okay, so we're talking about R&B artists, but I know that you're just an artist.
Yeah, I'm just an artist.
Just an artist.
I just happen.
Might come out with a
I
rock
just sing, you know.
Can we get a rock song from you?
I don't know about rock.
Country?
Country, you never know. Down the line, I might do a country album. You never know. But I just think. You just got to be able to express yourself freely, okay. Period. And whatever it calls for, you know, whatever the mood or the feeling and the vibe calls for, you should not limit yourself. I look at what Drake does and I'm like, well, Drake raps and he sings and nobody has an issue with it. You know?
They call him soft though.
I mean, but what you gonna do about the numbers? You can call him what you want to call him. The man making hit records consistently more than everybody. That's everybody. Since he's dropped, more than everybody. So call him what you want to call him. He went it. I would rather at least be able to be accepted for those things. Whether they can call me what they want. They've been calling me stuff for my whole life. So at the end of the day, I just want to be able to express myself freely without people limiting you. You could give the best verse. I listen to my verse on somebody else, and I'm like, it's line for line, that's an ill verse. Even if you just got to respect that verse. And then people are like, oh, here he go rapping. I'm like, yeah, but your favorite rapper is trash.
And I was rapping before.
Yeah, exactly. I started rapping first, but of course I know that, you know, a 19-year-old kid ain't gonna know that, you know, and I understand that, but I just want to be able to make music, that's it. Because if a guy who raps starts singing, nobody says anything. And all of these guys are singing on their whole record.
And with your music, you're honest, you're real honest,
Mm-hmm.
Even you contradict yourself a lot.
Mm-hmm.
How do you put yourself in a space to be?
But I don't contradict myself a lot. What I say is humans, we feel a certain way today, okay, and we feel a certain way tomorrow. It's not a contradiction. It is in a sense of the way I described it in one interview. I did say we contradict ourselves sometimes. What I was saying was sometimes you pop champagne and you tip strippers, and then sometimes you saying take care of your children and be a good mother. That's not really a contradiction, but most people view it that way. So I'm saying that same guy who's driving a dope car with the top down and flashing jewelry can still say something positive. And I think Tupac was the greatest example of that type of contradiction, and I'm using that word loosely, but it's not necessarily me being one way and then changing who I am. No, this day, I'm doing this. Okay. So if I'm telling a girl, bitches be like, when I make a record like that, it's no contradiction, because I'm saying, if you're gonna party, if you're gonna be in Vegas for the fight, if you're gonna be at blah, blah, blah for All-Star Weekend and for the Super Bowl, enjoy yourself. But if your children ain't taken care of, you're a scumbag. You know, that's just not the right place to be if you ain't got your priorities straight, in my opinion. And I think that is, people lose sight of that. Even people, a girl just now on Instagram called me a misogynist. And I'm like, cause I said bitch? Cause I said bitches be like, cause in the song, if you listen to the sentiment of the record, I'm not degrading a woman at all. I'm saying bitches be like. But if I was to say pop that pussy, bitch, nobody got a problem with it. But if I say, bitch, take care of your children. Yeah, and the reason why I gotta speak your language, because every other artist is saying bitch, 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 bitch. When I'm gonna say, hey, young ladies, no, I'm gonna say how y'all like to be spoken to, these type of women. Bitches be like. I ain't say women be like, I ain't say nice, sensible young ladies be like, I said bitches be like, and I meant it.
Got you. So, you feel real strongly about the women of this era. You're always, talking about bitches be like, or how females should take care of their kids. Do you think reality TV and social media are the pros for?
Yeah, I think that music, definitely reality TV. More than anything, I just feel like we live in a society where you can be famous without being talented, and everybody wants to be famous. Nobody wants to be talented. Why should they have to be talented? When somebody can get on a TV show and literally fight with a girl they never met before every single week, and now they go jump from 12,000 followers to 1.8 million. Okay. And they got a huge following based upon nothing, no talent or anything. So I'm not hard on women. I'm hard on, I respect women so much that I hold them to a higher standard. And when I see something, it just so happened that these are women that I'm seeing it from, but if I see something that bothers me, I'm gonna speak up about it. It's the same thing, when Tupac made You Wonder Why They Call You Bitch, it was the same type of sentiment. It was like, he made Dear Mama and Keep Your Head Up too. It's the same guy. All he was saying was, the things that's going on, you cannot question why we treat you the certain way that you're being treated. When you walk down the street and this is how you carry yourself, or when people don't even want anything from that out of their life. It's like, what do you want to do with yourself? Me and my homegirl, we wrote a reality show concept. All right, what's the reality show concept? We just got out of school and we dancing now, and it's gonna show like the life of girls who trying to go to. That's called living, like that. Like, yeah. So you can stick a camera in front of anybody if that's the case. So I feel like we live in a society where everybody's into this cookie cutter thing, and I definitely think that media plays a major part. It's not just the music; it's the people to facilitate the actual music. Radio stations on urban side. Think about this. Rihanna. I'm a huge fan of Rihanna. Rihanna made one of the most incredible songs to me this year. It was called 4 or 5 Seconds, right? No love. Urban radio ain't showing no love. They didn't play that record, but when she made Bitch Better Have My Money, oh my God. And it's sad that she can't even play that record. She wouldn't even try to service, I'm sure she tried to service it at Urban, but it wouldn't be received because we're not into it. It's young black kids will listen to that and be like, what's this? But as soon as Sam Smith do it, it's okay. We embrace it from another race. Our own people will look at it like, what's this? And it took for Sam Smith to blow up on another genre, other formats, and then come back over here and play it, and Urban ran it. But that's how it is, man. So the media won't allow for black artists to express themselves freely on urban stations and make really cool songs about really cool concepts and subjects. We got to come back and dumb it down. Bitch, better have my money. And I love that song, by the way. I love Rihanna. But I'm looking at it like, damn, this other song is so brilliant. Even think about Kanye when he made this song about his mom. It didn't play like 90 on urban radio, but all day, nigga. How much time I spend at the mall? All day, nigga. Yeah, turn up. Let's do that. So what happens is we don't get the opportunities to really truly express ourselves. I struggle with great songs at urban radio, and then I'm such a new artist. They won't even service me at rhythm and top 40.
But being a new artist, and you were talking about fame and talent, like you're very talented, and you're a super producer. Like a lot of people don't know, all of the things that you've done, and then now you're a new artist. Like, how do you balance the two, like coming into the game right now as a new artist? Because
I just really took it on as the artist thing. I really kind of gave myself 100% into the artistry. I didn't really want to teeter. I don't want to play with both. I just decided that I'm gonna be one way. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be the artist, and I produced the records, and that's how I got here. But I'm just here for this record right now.
Do you sometimes have to like bite your tongue because like people don't really know like?
Nah, man, I don't really have to do all that. People just, people talk shit to you if they know. We live in this type of culture. People don't talk shit because they don't know who you are. They don't give a fuck. This is the culture where I watch kids talk shit to Puff Daddy. Puffy. Like, I watch people on Puffy going at Puff Daddy. The legendary, one of the greatest icons in music, in business, period. You know what I mean? They don't give a shit about what you've done. They don't care about you produced records, you did this. They know that you can't see them. I'm gonna say what I want to say to you. I'm on behind my Instagram, behind my Twitter. They don't have respect for anything. So I don't look at it like, oh, well, you don't know who I am. All right, cool. What if you know? They still wouldn't give a shit. You just gotta do you. You just gotta make your music. You gotta make your records, and you gotta focus on what you're doing. Don't worry about how people gonna feel about it, because they're gonna hate you regardless. Up, down, rich, poor, white, black, whatever. They're gonna have something to say.
So do you talk about this in the upcoming album?
Nah, I really just focus on the subject. I focus on the fame. And, Turning Lights On represents fame and success and money. What happened to me when I became successful and within the realms of a relationship? It was a situation where, I lost a girl. At this particular stage in my life, I was in this crazy breakup, and it talks about what led to that breakup. How was I feeling during this 3 months of my life when I broke up, and how did I deal with it? How did success play a part? And all the things I saw and felt and spoke and touched on, those things that was really, it was like all the things that had me aggy throughout that situation, all the things that had me upset and bitter, and all those things that I saw and felt. I wanted to talk about that. It was like my opportunity to make an album that really had a true subject and meaning, not just like, let's make a bunch of songs, or let's call the album Turn the Lights On because that's what I say in all my songs. No, it has to have a true meaning in order for it to resonate with people in the long, in the long run.
Is there a specific time period when Turn the Lights On had its true meaning, like it stopped being something that somebody told you to say on a record and it became like
nah, it was always just a tag.
It was just a tag.
It just became big, but I mean, to me and to people who paid attention to it. But
it's everywhere.
Yeah, but most people didn't notice it until I started talking about it. It's just kind of like an afterthought.
Nope, I heard it.
But it's cool. That's good that you did. But yeah, it always was just I didn't create the meaning of Turn the Lights On for the album until like September. I just kind of got into my stride around September. I started recording songs and really started touching home a little bit stronger.
Okay, so you were talking about transitioning into somebody else. Not transitioning to somebody else, but somebody else is a song that could possibly, get played. Well, it does get played on every station that I've heard, from your Power 96 to your 99 Jams to even pop stations or whatever the case may be. Is that the music that you want to like put out there so that you can be that African American that gets played on both?
Yeah, I just want to make music that all people can relate to. It's not an intentional thing, I just try to make records that for all formats. It's just sad that it's not received that way. I'm serious. Like a lot of people, it's dope because a lot of people don't realize that when they hear the record. A lot of people think they hear it a lot, but you're not hearing as much as you think you're hearing. It's not as much as I would love for you to hear it, because you're gonna get trumped by the fluff. You're gonna be trumped by the songs about nothing. You're gonna be trumped by the turn up. So yeah, but my goal but I'm never gonna stop. That's the thing. I'm not gonna get discouraged and quit. But the thing is, the songs that really have a real true meaning, it's just more difficult to break, especially in a world full of dance move this week that goes with this song and this saying that's this. I want y'all to understand something. When you see a bunch of white people singing certain songs, they really make it fun of you. They don't take your song serious. They're not singing it because this song is my jam. They're laughing at us. They think it's buffoonery. When they point at each other and they laugh and they singing a song, they're like, this is a joke, right? Mm-hmm. This is a game, right? The song you took serious That bullshit song that you think is the greatest song of all time, they're laughing at you. It's not serious to them. Turning up, they're having a good time, they drink, but they laughing and pointing at their homegirls like, isn't this funny?
This is dumb.
This is stupid. You know what I mean? So a lot of that music is gonna get a lot more attention right away. But just like I've been here for 10 years, I'm gonna be here for another 10 years and then another 10 years after that because I make real music. And those people that we watch them come and go, we're gonna continue to watch more people come and go who make that type of bullshit.
Okay, well, I have a couple of words here. I call this the non-plugs, right? And I'm gonna throw some words out, and you're gonna talk to me about them. Is that cool?
That's cool.
Harlem.
Flyest people on the planet.
I second that. I watch Paid in Full. Respect.
Everything. Respect is everything. Showing up on time, being, courteous to people, being nice and polite, that gains and gets you respect for a long time.
Discipline.
Discipline, it goes with respect, like I said, showing up on time and being respectful, working hard. The most difficult thing to do in this game for a lot of people is to become successful and still work hard. It takes a certain level of discipline to be able to continue that work ethic when you got some millions on you, So that discipline it takes you a long way.
Success.
That's the goal. I don't feel like we've reached it yet. We've done some things, but true success, I feel like, is something you can't. It just lasts forever. Wealth is success. Wealth and not just money, but wealth and just being able. Your name and your face is so good around the world that you can never be without.
Milwaukee.
Milwaukee. It taught me a lot. That place taught me a lot. You got to be a tough person to live there. You got to be resilient. A lot of people, ain't gonna like you for no reason, but you gotta deal with it.
Milwaukee?
Yeah, one of the toughest places I ever been in my life.
I think that's
I think it's a misperception. People might think that Milwaukee is like people farming and they gangbanging and shooting. Like they not.
Little Chicago.
It's kind of like a little. They want to be Chicago, really tough. Yeah, it's like one of those type of places. But one thing about Milwaukee, it's gonna make you tough. It's gonna make you tough. Cause if they don't kill you, you did something. You made it.
Character.
Everything. Character is everything. It's who you are. Character is who you are when they're not looking. You know what I mean? Character means that regardless of whatever, this is me. I'm gonna be respectful. I'm gonna be this. I'm gonna be whoever your character is. It's gonna come through regardless. You cannot hide character. You can put on an act. You can put on this, and you can be this person for a little while, but that character gonna come through. Your true character.
Believe.
My daughter.
Where'd you come up with that name?
Believe Beyond. That's my daughter's name. I always wanted to be reminded of what it is we're supposed to do. We're supposed to believe beyond what we can see. Believe beyond who we are. See, when you believe beyond what you can see, you understand, faith is the evidence of things unseen. It's like if you can't see something, the only thing you have is your faith. You have to believe. And believing in the impossible. Like when everything is against you, when it looks like it's everything about to fall apart, you gotta believe. And in life, right now, we in a situation like that right now, where, we're not getting much help from the record companies. We're not getting much, exposure and notoriety we feel like we should get. But we gotta believe beyond what we can see, and that's when God comes through. That's when He really reveals Himself. And I think that God embraces. He loves those moments more than anything, because then you can say, it's nobody ever could get me through this. It was only God. And I think when we believe beyond the circumstance, when we get through that other side, we a whole different person. We're gonna represent for Him a whole different way. When somebody looked out for you when you was at your worst, ain't nothing you could tell them. Ain't nothing you could tell me about God after He get me through this, what I'm going through with this, with everything that's going on. And when I make it to the other side, I'm gonna let y'all know what's really been going on.
Wow. Jules, you're known for dropping jewels on me, right? Are you sure that the music, do you think the music is where it ends for you? Or you think
no. The music is
the
music is the avenue. It's like it just takes you where you going. I don't know exactly where I'm gonna end up. There's so many things I want to do and that I can do, but this is the vehicle. We just taking in the music as a vehicle right now. It's gonna take us where we need to go.
Last, Division I.
My team, I started Division I when I was in high school. It's something I believed in, and I took it to, you know, great heights, and we're going to even greater heights. You know, I believe in everybody eating, everybody doing well, everybody working. Everybody around me want to work, you know what I mean? Everybody around me want to work. They can't wait to work. And when anybody who stop wanting to work, you see they don't be around us no more, you know, because we just about work. Division I is important because it's like the collegiate level of athletics, especially, is where you see the most competitive people. When you get to the league, you made it already. You're getting checked. In Division I, you're starving. You might be the most talented and most, you know, but you still hungry. You still, you know, don't know where your next meal gonna come. So you gotta work like that. And to be on this team, you gotta always have that mindset.
Wow, wow. So this was very real. The album
Plug
drops
May 19th. Super excited about that. By the time this come out, it should be out, right?
Yeah, we're gonna release this really, really soon.
Yeah, May 19th, the album coming out. 12 songs. It's on iTunes right now. You can pre-order it if it's not already out right now by the time you see this. But it's some of the best writing I've ever done in my whole career, and I'm super proud of this. I'm more proud of this work than anything I've ever done.
I have one last question. If you could describe the album in, like, as a color, what color would it be?
Red.
Red.
Yeah.
Fire?
Yeah, passion. Red is always, to me, represent passion.
Okay. This your girl, Vina9. You've just been plugged. Rico Love. Turn the lights on.